I'm very fortunate to have had a long and quite varied association with Vietnam. I first went to Vietnam in 1969 as a soldier. I fought at the Battle of Binh Ba. I got wounded at Đó, and I returned to Vietnam, still as a soldier in 1972, as a trained linguist. At the end of that year, all Australian troops were withdrawn from Vietnam, and I was on the last plane out. After the war, I studied Chinese, East Asian history and philosophy, and went on to be a journalist. I first went back to Vietnam after the war in 1989 when my television channel sent me on assignment there. I was really privileged to be among a group of other veterans, and we held a commemorative service, the first ever, at the replica cross of Long Tan.
A new era of friendship and cooperation between all peoples of the earth, and in particular between the peoples of Vietnam and Australia.
And to this day, that tradition has continued amongst Australian veterans, their families and friends visiting Vietnam. In 2005, I wrote and produced the documentary Vietnam Minefield for SBS TV. I've also advised and assisted various TV programs to work in Vietnam, including Foreign Correspondent, Australian Story, In Their Footsteps, Who Do You Think You Are, and most importantly, I suppose, the group that made the documentary on the Battle of Coral and Balmoral. I also played a central role in the search for Australia's MIAs, the Missing in Action, and I was directly involved in discovering the remains of 2 lost souls. Since 2000, I've been leading tours throughout Vietnam by car, bus, train, plane, motorbike. I've also shared my knowledge of Vietnam with visiting crews of Australian warships, Australian Staff College groups, staff of the Australian War Memorial, and international VIPs. I'm lucky enough to be married to a wonderful Vietnamese woman, and I lived an almost authentic Vietnamese lifestyle for about 5 years in a place called Binh Long, about 100 kilometres north of Ho Chi Minh City. In days gone by, Binh Long was known as An Lop, and it was the scene of a major siege during the so-called Easter Offensive when I was on my second tour in Vietnam in 1972. Now, my one great mission in life is to show people Vietnam and share as much as I can about it. Not just about its wars, but its long and really fascinating history, its complex cultures, and of course the fabulous cuisine that's there. If you want to get the most out of a trip to Vietnam, why not come on one of my tours? Or alternatively, if you can't do that, give me a call, email me or message me, and I'll design a tour specially for you, or at least give you some advice. All obligation free. JCP Tours. We think it's travel for thinkers.